tonight as Paula, the talent booker on The Larry Sanders Show, and from such films as Reality Bites and The Truth About Cats and Dogs, please welcome our pal, Janeane Garofalo.
No, I was not.
How you doing, Janeane?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Nice to see you. Happy New Year's.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah? You like it so much so far? Is
yeah,
it good?
I do. Do you want to talk about resolutions and things to discuss?
You brought resolutions.
Okay, yeah.
That's very responsible of you.
I'm not plugging it. I'm on the show right now. I'm not really plugging anything immediate, but I do have some things to talk about.
Okay.
First, resolutions, first and foremost. One, I want to resolve to start dressing more like Melissa and Joan Rivers and the editors of People magazine. That's first and foremost.
Yeah. That's going to help you, too.
Thank you. That's A. Okay. Secondly, I would like to redecorate my apartment using the principles of Japanese decorating. I think it's called feng shui.
Feng shui.
Feng shui.
Yeah.
Whereas the basic premise is out with the old, in with the new, and you kind of you arrange your furniture to maximize your potential. Mm-hmm. You know, things of that nature. And I'm actually far too cynical to get any benefit out of it, but since it's resolution time, hope springs eternal. And
that's a cool thing. When people find out you're doing that, you're in. You're on the in
and
list.
they think I'm kind of smart.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that. Another resolution is I want to avoid any movies wherein in the trailer the song I Feel Good comes on by James Brown. If somebody's dancing around in their underwear, usually doing that Tom Cruise slide, and then the song I Feel Good comes on, I don't want to see it.
See, those are the only movies I'm going to see in '97, are the I Feel Good songs.
Okay, or also if they Moni, or if like the main character says, I love this job, and then Moni comes on, or Louie or Bully. I don't want to see those movies.
That's a lot of movies.
I'm planning on breaking up with cereal and Tostitos because my relationship to those food items has gotten way out of hand, so I need to avoid those things. In fact, here's yesterday I was eating blue corn chips, which a personal favorite is blue corn chips, and I dropped one on the floor, and when I went to pick it up, I wasn't looking because the only light in the room was TV light, and I actually picked up a piece of mud from my shoe and put it in my mouth accidentally. And it's grossing me out to think about it.
How was it, by the way?
It was muddy and dirty.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it was a corn chip.
Get doormat.
It came off of these shoes. Whoa. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have the kind of shoes wherein
that's all
things get stuck. They get time. Absolutely, like a vitamin. So, okay. So next, I want to move on to. These are, since I don't have anything to plug really, I have some incidents I could relay. They aren't really anecdotes. They're just things. And one is kind of an incident hyphen regret.
Okay.
On Christmas Day in La Follette, Tennessee, I actually saw in a gas station a smoking baby. And when I say smoking, I don't mean smoke was rising from the baby's tiny head. I mean the baby was smoking a cigarette. And it was like about 2 years old, and I regret that I said nothing to the baby's parents. And on the off chance the baby's parents are watching, I just want to say I think your skills as a parent are kind of lacking. And the thing is, I didn't want to... No, don't applaud, because I truly feel bad about this. Babies aren't supposed to, especially on Christmas Day.
Are you sure it was you're sure it was a baby?
I have witnesses. I have the Rouse family to back me up that there was a possibly 1.5 going on 2-year-old blonde, angelic-looking child in a pickup truck with a cigarette like this, and then aping his parents, you know, what he must have seen 50 million times, and he was putting it to his lips, and we actually just took pictures, and I feel terrible, and I feel terrible, and the reason that I was on the fence about, do I intervene, you know, because you really, you want to feel that you stand up for children's rights, but then when it really comes time and you're faced with it in the store, what have you, you get like scared, or I did anyway. And I really wanted to say something to the mom and dad who were there pumping gas, and they must have said to the kid, "You hold on to mama's cigarette, you know, while I pump," or whatever. And they like put the
which is responsible when you think about it.
Well, here's why I didn't intervene, and it's not an excuse. I'm just telling you what happened. The kid was in a baby seat. He was in a baby seat, and strapped in, so the parents
did it have a little ashtray?
It had a little board ashtray. A smoker's candle.
Yeah, I can spin a ball and
so
put out my butt.
Like
yeah.
In the baby seat. So, I mean, the parents weren't totally negligent. Obviously, the kid was in a seat. So I didn't say anything, but I wish I had. That's my incident-regret.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. No. Okay, and now, do we have time, or are we going to go to a commercial break?
No, keep going. This is important. You're helping people.
Here's another incident that happened in Starbucks. And it's another thing. This person came in who I couldn't tell whether it was like a hipster or a person who was into alternative music or homeless, because it's really a fine line. It really is, you know what I mean? Like, it's a fine line between, like, hip and unstable, and you can't really tell wherein they fall on this side. You can usually tell kind of like by body language or a look in the eye or strident tones or purposeful gait or something. And this woman came in and she was like kind of quasi-hip, but I could tell by the look in her eye that she was just crazy. And so she came up to me and she said, "Excuse me, do you use liquid soap?" And I said, you know, occasionally. And she goes, "Okay, I don't want an argument out of you. I don't want to argue about this. I need you to run out and get me some liquid soap. I don't want to discuss it." That's what she said. And
was this a hipster then, or so who is it?
This is an unstable person who was dressed kind of like a deadhead.
I'm excited that you went to Ireland.
Yes, I did.
Actually, pretty recently, which is, of course, my native country. I came there 5 years ago.
I was in Roundstone in County Connemara. Oh, you came here 5 years ago.
Yeah, I got rid of the accent.
Island, Refuse, you're on the...
That's right.
Okay,
did you like Ireland?
I loved Ireland. And in this town I was in called Roundstone, Ireland, it was population 250, and we were there for almost 3 months. And it was just amazing. And in this town, though, even though it was only 250 people, there were like 8 pubs in the town. So I guess, you know, meeting the need. And there was like all these pubs. And the thing is, in this town, it was so right on.
Yeah.
It was so safe, and you didn't lock your doors or anything. And people, I guess, what I discovered over my time of staying there is that people kind of utilize your bathrooms or whatever at night on the way home from the pub, or your couch, if they can't quite make it to their farm or their house or something.
That is our way.
Kind of a Three Bears scenario of fitting in. And at one point, I was upstairs in my room in this house we were living in, and I heard somebody come in downstairs. I thought it was my friend Cara, and I was like, "Hello," and nobody answered. And then I heard somebody using the bathroom, and then they just left. And that was my baptism of people kind of just sharing that good old Irish drunken sharing of bathrooms that the Irish are so famous for.
No, they're very accepting. You don't lock your... They're the most honest, trustworthy people in the world, and they let you... When I was there, you go to any place, and they just let you right into their house.
Yep.
They let you stay there. They don't ask who you are. They don't keep their foot on the screen door in case you can't get in.
And
they let you right in. You can take whatever you want. You know, you can...
It's true. You can borrow money.
I just left with VCRs the whole time I was there. But I'll be borrowing this.
When our car broke down, the first person by helped us. Like, that's... You know what I mean? And without any reservation, they would just...
It's a beautiful country, and they all talk like pirates. Arr!
Yeah, I couldn't
understand. They say that before everything.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I mention this. Yes. Larry Sanders is, of course, on HBO, and you're the host of, it's the one thing you didn't plug, of radio show 7 Up, Listen Up.
Yes, an alternative music series that is on the radio.
I dig Daddy-O.
Okay.
All right. Janeane Garofalo, everybody, thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you.
Don King, Emeril Lagasse are coming up. We'll be right back.